Tunes. It's your local musical shit show here to bring you all things Canadian music, especially what's happening with Ryfield Studios this year and their festival at the Whiskey Pit. I didn't fuck that up again. That's wonderful. Today's announcement for their lineup. Well, I guess I'm going to let you guys introduce yourself because I'm not going to ruin my streak of letting that happen. So who are you guys?
I'm Brett. I play guitar in Loser.
I'm Randy. I play bass.
Awesome. Right on.
Yeah.
Oh, it says we lost a connection, but I feel like everything's running smoothly. So awesome. So yeah, okay. Well, as long as I can hear you guys, I'm just gonna keep talking. Yeah. So, you. Congratulations on getting on the Ryfield bill. I know I just said that backstage, but not everybody heard it. So, and that's the reason we're here tonight, is so that we can talk about that and all the fun things that you guys have been up to over the last little while.
Absolutely, it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks for having us on too. Yeah. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I planned on having you guys on anyway. I drove out to Toronto to see you at the Vaughan Battle.
Yeah.
Hard luck.
Yeah. And oh, that was such a fun show. You guys did fucking fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah, I drove out from the falls to see you guys play then, and then I found out you guys were on the bill, so I just waited for Ryfield to start announcing so that I knew I was guaranteed an interview anyway.
Hell yeah. Yeah, we're stoked for that show. We love the guys at and girls at Ryfield. They're amazing people, and we connected well with them when we did the Ryfield studio session live in the Whiskey Pit, and had a good time with them. And so they hooked us up and wanted us on the bill, and we just didn't even think about it. We just said, "Yep, absolutely, let's do it."
That's awesome. That's yeah. There's no hesitation working with those guys.
No, they're awesome. They're a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, I know the studio is so much fun to be at. Their space is great, and they're just fucking down to earth people. They're good, genuine people.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they're doing a lot for the local music scene. It's incredible. We're super happy to be connected with them, and I love what they're doing. And they're putting a lot of work and effort into things. You know what I mean? And it's goes a long way for everybody. So.
Oh, absolutely. We as much as we need you guys. We absolutely need all of you guys to keep doing what you're doing. But we also need people like them in the industry to keep the news alive and keep pushing you guys and circulating and making sure there's recordings and parties and stuff like that. So
yeah, sure.
It's awesome to work with them. They're a fantastic team.
Yeah. And so sorry, you're from Niagara, right? Is that correct? Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Okay, no worries. Cool. No, not at all. Yep, I'm out in Niagara. They're out in Brantford. And where are you guys?
Oh, we're kind of all over the place. Oshawa, Pickering, Etobicoke, and Oakville. So we just call it Toronto.
I guess our main hub would be like Etobicoke, Toronto. Yeah. That's where our jam space is. And then Ty and I are vocalists. I'm in Oshawa. He's in Pickering, and we drive out. I'll scoop him up on the way in Pickering, and we'll go to our practices in Etobicoke and stuff. So,
right on.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's right on. It sounds like lost my train of thought as I wanted to say this. Sorry, that happens. My ADHD is unmedicated. So I was going to say it sounds like a good little adventure every time you guys get together, but apparently I'm not allowed to speak today.
Yeah, it's funny because we're all busy. We got kids and just work and just the typical stuff, right? So it's funny because when I pick up Ty, our vocalist, on the way, it's kind of like our little office meeting, our time in the car for like an hour on the way to jam, and that's where we kind of get like all the ideas going, planning, and it's like our little office kind of thing on the way up.
Yeah. Any office space where it's quiet and void of children, I find is the best office space.
Yeah.
So, well, okay. So how did you guys get together? When did Loser form, and how did you get to where you are now?
I guess I'll start it off on that. So it originally started as kind of like an internet side project from our vocalist Ty. And we've been friends, me and him, since we were like 15, 16, growing up in Peterborough together. And I'd played in lots of bands and music and stuff like that, but I kind of just went on a hiatus and said, I'm not going to play anymore. And I wasn't expecting to kind of run into this situation, but he started releasing some stuff and I was really like vibing with it. So I said, man, like, let's put this together. Like, let's get a band and form it together. Right. So it took us a while. We went through a couple drummers and just, member change up, things like that. Typical stuff. Then we found Randy and lost our drummer at the time when we brought Randy in. And so we had to find another drummer, and I'll kind of let Randy riff off of that next part. But
yeah, so when I met up with them, we had one drummer. He ended up bailing, and one of my good friends, Andrew, we've been together for getting close to 2 decades now, playing in different bands before, and asked him if he wanted to come aboard, and he was willing, and the rest is history.
Yeah, it was like a seamless transition, which was we're very grateful for, because it took Ty and I and Randy as well, probably like a good year to get this project going, like with the members that we wanted and that were dedicated and that, wanted to put it all in, kind of thing. So here we are finally playing live, which is great.
Yeah, and you guys are fucking tight on stage. Like I said, I got to see you at the battle, and you guys who I went out for.
Oh, damn,
so
cool.
It was a good show. You guys are fucking fantastic live.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate that. We had a great time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good host there at the Vakken Metal thing, and good bands that played that night. And yeah. We got our buddies in Beguiler that are moving on to like the Edmonton finals out of that. They did their one in Oshawa, and they're a killer band. Shout out to Beguiler.
Oh yeah,
they end up taking.
They're fantastic. The first time I got to see Beguiler was my 40th birthday, and they fucking blew me away.
Yeah, incredible, eh?
So
good dudes too.
Pardon?
And good dudes too. That's what I look for. You know what I mean? If you got good, just a bunch of good people.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I find a lot of this area of the industry, a lot of the metal industry, everybody is just genuine, down to earth, sweet people. Yeah. You don't meet a lot of assholes in this genre, and it doesn't matter what offshoot it is. There's not many terrible people. I mean, there's terrible people everywhere, but there's not too many terrible people in metal. That's nice. It's refreshing. But we all look really scary, right? So
for sure.
So it's nice when you meet these people and they're like, I don't know, I know a few houses that are big and scary looking, but they're like giant teddy bears. So the nicest people in the world.
Yeah, for sure.
So
yeah, it's super fun because, like, again, I stopped playing music about 10 years ago, like at least live, right? And and I was just really missing it out of my life, and it's just been super awesome. Now I think we're on like show 5 now. We just finished, and just to kind of find the camaraderie and like meet everybody and reconnect with some people that I had back in the day. It's been super rad. You know what I mean? Been enjoying that.
What do you find the difference in, like, what is the difference, if any, which I'm sure there are? What are the differences you see in the music industry from 10 years ago to now, that, the good differences and the bad differences and things that have changed?
I don't know. Randy, you got something on that one?
Not really. It seems mostly the same to me.
I just pulled that question out of you not being in it for 10 years. So.
No. So you know what? I guess too, like when I was in, like I grew up playing in metal and hardcore bands and stuff like that. But the last band I was in was kind of like a folk rock band, which was completely out of my norm, and I played bass in that as well. So it was just a different caliber, a different scene, a different whole thing compared to like the metal and hardcore community. So it's hard for me to kind of compare. But I think it was Chris from Seagrave, he was telling me a while back that the scene just felt more alive back, like right when kind of COVID ended and everyone was kind of thirsty for shows. So I think like maybe you see more attendance now would be the difference. I don't know. Yeah.
Right on. Yeah, I find that COVID definitely made a huge difference in the way people did things, the way recording went, the way band practice went. Some bands got tighter, some bands fell apart. And I find there was a lot of individuals, like musicians as individuals, that got tighter or fell away from the industry. Or what was the impact like for you guys, either like together as musicians or individually as like humans? Like, what did that do for your musical careers?
Definitely stopped playing shows for a while, but other than that, like me and Andrew, we kept jamming together. So we just continued to get tighter. And obviously there was no shows at the time really, but for our musicianship, me and him, just as a rhythm section, we just continued to get tighter and tighter.
Right on. That's awesome. And what do you guys like? We know that Ryefield is happening in August. It's August 10th.
Yep.
At the studio. Are they still on their early tickets? I believe they're on to regular tickets now.
It's regular
if you guys
tickets now,
missed
yeah.
out-
Yeah. I think they're like
yeah.
$25,
You
I
guys
believe,
missed
which
out
is
on the early bird.
still an incredible
So,
price
okay,
for
well,
all the bands that are going to be
oh,
on it and all the fun
it's a
festivities. And
steal.
I know, right? So
It is.
that'll be
It's an
cool.
absolute steal, and it's really hard to keep my mouth shut about who's on the bill.
I can't wait to find out who's
We,
on it myself.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be so fun.
Who
It's
do
gonna
we
be
have
so
so
fun.
far? It's like the Good Depression, which I'm actually really stoked to see. Scuzz is another one.
Me
I'm
too.
looking forward to
Something
seeing
in
live.
Entropy.
Order and Entropy,
So
which is
we have Ox, who was the first one that was announced, and then Order and Entropy, and then Sun Below, and then there was. I just interviewed them. Duskwalker.
yeah.
Just interviewed.
Oh yeah, Duskwalker, yeah.
Duskwalker, who have their release party coming out August 3rd, right before the Ryefield Festival. So that's perfect timing.
Yeah, that's tight.
Yeah.
Who I think that's it up until now. And then you guys were released today, and then we have another release on Sunday, and then another release on Tuesday.
Oh, nice.
And then I believe the Sunday after that again.
Mhm.
So it's busy. It's getting really busy, and they're ramping it up with more and more each week. So we definitely have our
awesome.
work cut out for us at this show. It's going to be fabulous.
Yeah, are you interviewing like the majority of the bands and stuff, and after the announcements or whatever?
Yeah, all my interviews are coincided with all of the announcements. So every Tuesday and the couple Sundays they have for announcements, I will be doing the interviews. And then I believe the Tuesday or the Friday before the festival, I will be going out to spend some time live with Shane and Steph and Ben at the studio.
Nice.
So, and then I will be running their merch table and doing whatever other running around needs to be done. I will be coming around for 50-50 tickets. I will be in everybody's pockets. So be ready for that.
What are the
I
prizes?
don't know if you guys heard about me at Beer Bash, but I took money out of your pockets and put it into all the bands for the evening. So, and we did pretty good. I pulled out about $600 extra for the bands to take home. So
nice.
yeah, so I'll be after everybody again for that. And it should be a lot of fun. I believe they're going to have a food truck. There's camping. There's all kinds of fun stuff.
Yeah,
So
looking forward to that. And then just
I can't wait.
or something as well. I think, right?
I heard something about
Melody,
Correct?
can you give her a pig's ear or something so you can? Okay, give her another one. I have a bull mastiff puppy, and she's usually pretty good during my interviews. The first few, she was really rambunctious, and then she was quiet for the next few, and now she's starting to get her energy back. So I've got my kid manning the fort whilst we do this. So, but she's only a year old, so she thinks she runs the place, and she's about 100 pounds. So,
Wow.
Yeah, so she does run the place, is what you're saying. Doesn't think.
well,
Yes.
I think I run the place.
Fair enough.
But yeah, no, she I'm actually really lucky with her. She's really good. She learns quick. She's been trained pretty well, but she had a good long nap from taking a long walk in the heat today, so her schedule is a little off, and she wants to play when it's bedtime.
What's her name?
Aura.
Aura, love it.
Yeah,
Very
like my
cool.
energy. I called her Aura Moon. So yeah, she's a good dog. I can't complain. Do you guys have pets?
No. Unfortunately.
No way.
I got 3 cats. Had 4, but we had to unfortunately give him away because he was terrorizing the other 3 female cats and pissing everywhere. And we tried, but luckily he got rehomed, so that was cool.
That's awesome. Hey, trying is all you can do. I know there's people out there that are really hardcore about keeping animals till the bitter end and stuff like that, but Sometimes it's not a good fit. Sometimes it is difficult
Yeah.
to be able to try and rearrange your whole life for one animal when you have other animals and kids and stuff. So, but that's awesome
Yeah.
that he got rehomed.
Yeah, that's the
So,
main thing, right? So we were super bummed having to do that, but we tried our best, and yeah. So, but now we just got the 3.
right on, right on.
Yeah.
We've got some Oscars and some Moors, and we used to have some piranhas, but I'm done with piranhas. And we have the dog, and we have 3 cats, and one of them is a Sphinx, and one of them is 23 years old.
No
That's
way.
cool.
So, yeah. And then I have an orange cat who's dumb as nails, but he's so lovable.
The orange
He's
one's always
so
there.
lovable.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I've heard people say that, and when I first got him, I was like, he's not so bad. He's pretty good. Well, he sits up here on my fish tank, and he lets his tail fall into the water, and the fish try to eat his tail fur, and he just
That's awesome.
doesn't
Yeah.
care. Just
That's
whatever,
hilarious.
you
The
know.
personalities on cats, that's what I love, and they're just hilarious, man. Like
Yeah.
my cat's pretty much a dog. Like I constantly just play fetch with her. She just brings me stuff,
Yep.
like all day long. But
Yeah.
yeah,
I had a 20-year-old cat. He was 20 when he passed away. Eddie, he did that too. I loved playing fetch with him.
yeah, for sure.
So right on. So okay, so what do you guys have out for music? I mean, I could talk to you guys about cats and dogs all day long, but I'm sure that we should probably get on what you guys are doing for music and merch and when you're playing. And
Yeah, for sure.
so what do you guys have out there for music right now, and where can we find it?
Yeah, I mean, on all your main streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple, there's like, I don't know, there's a ton of them. I don't even know who uses what these days. Like, I mean, Spotify would be the main one, right?
Yeah.
But we just released a new single off our upcoming EP called Agent Smith Had a Point. So that's up there now. Our previous single and music video we released before that was called So Many Questions. And then we are actually just dropping our full 6-song EP on May 30th, which is, I guess, the first time we're announcing that. So that'd be cool. Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Awesome. We've had quite a few first announcements on the show over the last few weeks, which is because, and I don't even know about them until they happen. So that's cool. So thanks for that.
For sure. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we're excited to get it out.
And
We've been working on it for a while, so.
awesome. Right on. Yeah, no, it's awesome when really good bands have new music coming out and I find out about it just as it's coming out.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's right on. I can't wait to hear it. And don't ever hesitate to send me anything that you guys want shared, posted on the website, posted on the Facebook page. You guys got something cool coming up that you want to do a quick interview for, anything like that, don't hesitate to reach out. We're here for all of that stuff.
Yeah, appreciate that. That's amazing.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. What do you, where can we find your merchandise? And what do you guys have?
Good question.
Yeah, only at the live shows for now, I guess. But we've been talking about
Yeah.
trying to set something up where people could like place an order, you know, and maybe ship them out or at least hold on to them. So if they came out, we could get it to them. But
Yeah.
Awesome.
So I'm like my main job is so I do like graphic design, web design, and videography, and so I'm working on the website
Right.
and the online store right now. We've had our
Cool.
shirts for a couple months, but yeah, so we're gonna get those up on online as soon as possible. I've just been so busy, but I'd say the next week or two we'll have it up.
No, I can absolutely understand busy. We're running it over here too. It's been a very credible few months over here, and as well as all the musicians that we're working with, like all of you guys are on fire right now.
Yeah, it's
wonderful.
It's incredible the amount of bands like in Ontario in the local area. Like they keep just sprouting up. Like, you know, when you look at like the night sky and like it's a bit cloudy, but all of a sudden like star speckles just keep randomly appearing more and more. That's how I feel with the like, with the local scene. It's just like every time I'm digging further, I just find a new band. I'm like, holy shit.
I know,
like,
and everybody is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
It's weird. Like, I know that music goes through, it dips, and it has, you know, like metal has its bands that are riding highs and they're doing really well, and then you've got other bands that have a hard time getting out there and stuff like that. But I find right now all the bands that are coming out, all the music that is coming out is good, and everybody wants to hear it and everybody wants to go to their shows, and that's good because everybody can find your merchandise at your shows right now. So,
exactly.
that's where everybody should be, is going to see you guys. So
Yeah,
how
for
did you guys come up with the name? I love it, by the way.
Thanks. Again, like I said, so Ty, our vocalist, he started or founded the project, right? It was just kind of a solo thing that he was doing off the side. So he came up with the
Right.
name. It was kind of a nod to like the new metal era, because we're all old fucks, right? Like we're in like our later 30s and stuff, and we grew up with all that new metal stuff, and that we fell in love with. And so I think the idea was for Ty to kind of, he just kind of came up with that name with the umlaws on it and the Z, just kind of a nod back to that era. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right
Yeah.
on. Yeah, no, I get it. I'm pushing over the 40s, so I totally understand.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, and like, I don't know, music was really good back then. There was no shitty music. And then we kind of went through this, like I was just saying, this dip where it was like nothing was good. And now like everything is fucking good again, which is
Yeah.
awesome because there's no shortage of good bands to listen to. And like we said at the beginning of the interview, like everybody is genuine. Everybody that I have worked with over the last year are nothing but genuine, down to earth, good hearted human beings.
Yeah, for sure. I agree.
And I love that, especially after everything we've been through in the last 4 years. It definitely restores your faith in metal humanity. That's for sure.
Yeah, I think we all learned a lot from that era of time, that unfortunate era of time. But I think, one thing I love now is like, I've always been a big fan of all types of music, right? And I just remember being in high school, it was so fucking clicky, right? Like you couldn't listen to one thing and listen to another thing. Like it was very boxed in, right? And so I think the huge difference now, which I love about the younger generation too, and everybody else, is just that like you're able to cross pollinate like genres, and it's it's cool. It's all right. You know what I mean? So I think that's what I love about music now, I would say, like the newer music. And stuff.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I've got an 11-year-old who is equally as obsessed with Nirvana as she is with Slipknot.
Yeah,
And I love that because grunge kicked the crap out of metal in the early 90s. And now they're coinciding on my kid's music shelf. And I love it.
Yeah,
so
that's awesome.
I have one kid named after Nirvana, and I have another kid named after Johnny Cash, and that's how diverse our music is. And it's kind of falling into that generation, like the new generations naturally now, instead of being forced on them like it was with us as kids.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it really helps having all the outlets and availability to everything for people to discover a lot more than like Randy can attest to this. We were streaming, downloading stuff off LimeWire when we were teenagers, just trying to dig and find stuff. I guess we had MySpace, right? And then, but it's just so accessible now. Everything, just anything you want to find, you'll find it. You know what I mean? Which is great.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And you were saying too that, and I agree with this wholeheartedly, about like, when you're younger, in like late elementary school, early high school, where music is very clicky. Like I can remember going to see the Backstreet Boys, but I would wear Marilyn Manson t-shirts to school. And like, nobody liked that. Nobody liked that, right? I did that,
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen everyone from Backstreet Boys to Cannibal Corpse to Raffi. Like, I mean, I was 5. It's the first person I ever saw live. Fred Penner, same thing.
Yeah.
So,
Raffi, is that the dude that does Banana Phone? Is that my correct?
Yeah, he does Baby Beluga.
Legend.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I saw him and Fred Penner. I feel like it was like one night after the other, but it might not have been. Like we're going back 35 plus years, not to date myself or anything. But I remember seeing the two of them back to back, and then getting to go and see Sharon Lois and Bram. I never got to see Mr. Dress Up live, but he babysat me for years.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, well, like I was born in the 80s, right? So I was raised on Mr. Dress Up and a house key.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I was taking it literally. I was like, wait, you were babysat by him? Holy shit.
Yeah.
It's been a long day, boys and girls.
I would have kept that going if I had the capacity to realize that that's what you thought.
That's hilarious.
You're right. It's been a long day, and it's like 38,000 degrees outside too. How are
It
you
is
guys
brutal.
coping with the heat? Because I'm
That's terrible.
not.
I got no AC right now. It's not a good
Me
day.
neither.
I'm in the
Me
basement right
neither.
now, so it's a little cooler, but
Oh,
I
it's
just,
right
I
now.
just do my
I'm
on.
second level of a building.
Mhm. Yeah, last year
So,
we had so
yeah,
many problems with our AC. Like we had to get it fixed at least 4 times, but like each time was like a 3-week interval
yep.
before someone could actually get it done. So I was kind of like, damn, I gotta like get on top of this now. So I fired it up today, and everything was like on the up and up, knock on wood. So
I
hopefully it stays that way.
I heard two things. I heard that the knock on wood superstition is actually a real thing.
Hmm.
Yeah, and I'm not really sure how that works. But because it's a superstition, right?
Mhm.
But I also heard that the fan in the cooler with ice works really, really well when you're in a pinch.
Definitely
Mhm.
does.
Yeah, true thought.
I myself have not tried it, but I have heard that it does help for those moments where you don't have anything. And I'm about ready to try it because I don't know if my air conditioner works, and I don't know if I want to lift it to try this year.
Yo, Randy, we should try that at our jam space this summer.
It's true, actually. It gets pretty toasty in there.
Oh yeah.
Well, if you guys end up doing it and you record it, please tag me in it because I'd love to see how it works.
Will
Absolutely.
do.
So right on. Well, okay. So aside from the Ryefield Festival, which everybody needs to be at, we need to sell that show out because it's going to be fucking wild.
Yeah.
What else? Where else are you guys playing? What else do you guys have going on for the summer?
Next is July 6th. No, June 22nd.
Yeah, well,
Well,
we got a few that we can't announce
Yeah.
yet, but yeah, June 22nd is the next one. I'll let you
Okay.
finish off there. Sorry, Randy.
Yeah, June 22nd, Red Papaya in Guelph. I've never
Yeah,
been
we-
there personally. I
Great
can't wait.
spot.
Seems like a interesting place for a show. I'm actually looking very forward to that.
Yeah, that's
It's,
with Uncle Rick
Yep.
for the Chronic
Yeah.
SummerSlam. That dude is a legend as well.
He's
Shout out to
awesome.
Uncle
He's
Rick.
amazing.
Yeah,
He's-
another big supporter of the music community. It's incredible.
Yeah. The Chronic Noise and Rick Hall and all those guys. Super dedicated to everything that they do, super dedicated to the musicians, and a huge shout out to them.
I can't wait to meet him.
Oh, they're such, again, genuine. I don't know what else to say about everybody. Such genuine human beings. Rick and I were neighbors. Our tents were neighbors last year for the Ryefield Festival, and we had a
Nice.
fucking blast.
That's
It was
awesome.
his tent, my tent, and then somebody we didn't know, and we all got along like we were family. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
So,
for sure.
Red Papaya is a family-owned Thai restaurant turned metal joint at night.
That's awesome.
And it is one of the most fun places. They did Bloodfest there in, well, I guess it was a year and a half ago now, because it was my 40th birthday. And it was one of the most wild parties I've ever been to. Pretty sure it was the last mosh pit I ever ended up into. There comes a time where you have to quit, and I'm pretty sure that was it for me. So, but yeah, you guys are gonna have an absolute blast there if my car works, because some days it does, some days it doesn't. It's been very hit or miss lately. I will be out to that show.
Nice.
You guys were fantastic live when you guys played the battle. It was great to watch you. You guys are high energy, you're a lot of fun. You get people going, which is fun. So you guys are gonna love it there. It's great. The stage is big, mosh pit's big. The restaurant is fun, the bar is fun, the people that work there are all really nice. So
Yeah, that's always good when you get nice staff and just a good time all around.
Yeah.
We
I think
just
they got
did
some good food there, so
Yeah. Yeah, we just did Hamilton at the Corktown the other weekend there, and it was a blast. Again, similar situation. Great stage, great sound, great people, great weather.
Yep.
So that was helpful. Gotta love those kind of shows, right? Like,
oh, absolutely. Corktown's a great spot. There's lots of places in Hamilton. The Corktown, the Casbah, Doors.
Yep.
Doors Taco Joint and Metal
Yeah.
Bar. Like, I mean, there's so many great spaces in Hamilton to play and to go watch bands play. So yeah, same with Toronto. You got the Hard Luck, you got the Bovine, you got Can't think of any off the hand because off the top of my head because I'm trying to. So Seascape, there's another one. Doc Ellis, tons of great places. Taylor the Junction.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
Yeah, we want to get out there
there's a
more.
lot of-
Like, I mean, it's funny because that's kind of our home base, and we don't really have a lot of stuff going on there yet. I don't think,
Yeah.
Randy?
Just that one show.
Yeah, the Hard Luck show.
Walking one, that was it so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if anyone wants to book us in September on in Toronto, definitely reach out to us.
Right on, right on. Does that apply for Niagara too?
Yes.
Yeah, we haven't been there yet.
Yeah,
I would definitely find a bill for you guys for sure. So there's a great space here actually in Welland. It's not right in Niagara Falls, but it's in Welland. I have to shout this place out because they work so hard. The Bank Art House. They do all kinds of things there. But when they throw their heavy nights, they really know how to throw a party. They really know how to accommodate to their musicians. And everybody that is there for the evening, their clients, their customers, everybody. So huge shout out to them, and maybe we can work something out for September, October for there.
Yeah, that'd be super awesome. I've seen pictures from the Bank because we got offered a show there a little while back. Unfortunately, it conflicted with another show, but I think it was Pro Sector that played there. I saw some photos and videos, and it looked pretty cool, like a really cool space.
I did the door for that show. It was Pro Sector, Stuck in Neutral, Red Envy, and there was one more band, and I feel really bad that I'm not thinking of them. But that was a fucking wild party. I did the door for that show, and we hit capacity. I think we missed one person. We were short capacity by one person.
Yeah, so Pro Sector and Stuck in Neutral are incredible bands. We Stuck Neutral was on that Hamilton one we did. Wicked dudes.
They were great.
Yeah.
Awesome. I have Stuck in Neutral on a show this Saturday, actually, at the Exchange in Niagara Falls. It's the first show that I'm throwing there. It's 3,000 square feet. So we picked up 5 bands and 13 vendors, and we're gonna throw a metal show and vendor market and see how it goes. So Stuck in Neutral and Berdizzo and Temple of Night. Who's the other one? Crimson Asphalt and Cryophilic. My fucking boys in Cryophilic. I love those guys.
Yeah, those guys look cool. I watched the Ryfield thing, I think it was. But we'll give a shout out to Berdizzo too. We share James space. Well, we don't share James space with them, but they're across the hall.
Same building, yeah.
And actually, it was Miko, I guess. He mentioned you before and had nothing but good things to say about you. And so
that's
shout out
so
to
wonderful
Berdizzo.
to hear.
We've been trying to link up with those dudes.
Thanks, Miko. Yeah, they the very first time I saw them was at the first year of Walter's memorial show. It was the first Walter memorial show, and they did like an album's worth of songs. I feel like they picked like 15 songs and they did 15 songs in 15 minutes. Like they're already super fucking fast. And then they sped up their songs even faster, and they did as many songs as they could crush in 15 minutes. And they actually sounded like they were supposed to sound that way.
That's hilarious.
Was that at the Rock Pile?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love
so that like huge fucking shout out to them for that. And then I reached out to Miko for this metal market that we're doing on, and they've been nothing but amazing people to talk to and work with. And then I have Deafened doing Dana's birthday bash. Deafened and Death Club reached out to me for a party at the Bank in June, and it's Dana's birthday, so we're throwing her a birthday massacre party. So
that'd be awesome.
Yeah. So
we enjoy every time chatting with them when they come outside.
Yeah, nice, awesome. They're great people. They are great people. So that's wonderful. Who else have you guys shared the stage with? There I go, not talking again. I'm sorry.
Bunch of good lads, that's for sure. Like the last show was with, like I said, Stuck in Neutral, our good friends in Pound of Flesh, Divine Curse, and then I don't know. There's so many bands.
Eyes, Auras.
Yeah, that was a sick show.
Trying to look at the previous flyers.
Yeah.
Damn it, Goldie, Battle Smash.
Yeah,
I have them playing on June 8th too. I can't wait. Well, I'm friends with their bass players, so they're fun. So fun.
Damn it, are you talking about Damn It Goldie? So you said?
Yeah.
They were a lot of fun. They were awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I loved all the bands
They're
that we
great.
played that night, but I'm gonna have to throw it down to Damn It Goldie that night. It was just because they're just a different sound than what was on
Mhm.
that
Yeah.
bill.
Yeah,
Stuck out, but it was like probably my favorite set of that night for sure.
that's cool.
And super nice
They
guys.
they're really fun. They're like they just like you said, they have a really unique sound. And like they all have really neat personalities, right? So that all shines through along with their sound while they're playing. They actually are in the top 6 for 97.7's Rock Search, which is
Oh,
fucking killer. And they are playing a show. I'm Dana's birthday bash. They're playing her birthday massacre party, and then they are also doing a show June 27th at Dive Pub with Order and Entropy and Hate Evil and Any Day. I feel like there's somebody else on that bill that I'm missing.
So many
Um,
bands, as we said. It's hard to keep track of.
there's so many bands, and you had mentioned Pro Sector and Pound of Flesh. I have them playing at the Bank on July 13th, along
Nice.
with Threats and Type and Order and Entropy. And there's one more on that bill that's not on the poster yet. Oh, Crimson Asphalt. We just added them to the bill as well.
Nice.
So
I think it was the main guy, the main singer guy. I forget his name off the top of my head, and I apologize, bro. But met him the other night at the Hamilton show. They pulled up, and they were super nice. And I'm actually looking forward to checking them out because I see them on bills all the time. And yeah.
for Crimson Asphalt.
Yeah, they seem like a bunch of cool dudes. I want to rip with them one time. It'd be cool.
Damien's their lead singer, and then Jesse's their bass player, and Darren is their drummer. And you're absolutely right; they are fucking dynamite dudes, and they're on bills all over the place because they're doing like they do the work. They're doing great.
Yeah.
So
I respect that a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
well,
I
you
got to
guys
meet him the
do the
other
work
night.
too.
Yeah, we're trying.
Yeah, we're trying.
No, you do. It's noticeable. I see you guys pop up in my news feeds quite often. So
That's good. Yeah,
you guys are definitely doing.
We try not to overkill it, you know what I mean? Like we want to stay relevant and post and keep keep people up to date, but we don't want to overdo it and piss people off and annoy them.
It's easy to get in. It's easy to become annoying.
You're showing up for different reasons, so it's not the same picture every time. It's not the same poster, or the same T-shirt, or the same. You guys are showing up for different reasons. Hey, we got this going on. Hey, we're doing this show. Hey, we got this happening. Hey, we're doing an interview. You know what I mean? Like it's not the same shit over and over. You guys are. The universe is working in its perfect timing for you guys, and whatever you're doing, keep doing it because it's working. It's working for you guys for sure.
Beautiful.
Yeah, super nice of you.
So
yeah, we're excited for the future. Like we've been working. It took us about a year to get off the ground, and we're finally in that pocket now. We're able to like, Ryfield, what up? I just commented there. So.
What's up, guys?
There's the lads.
Yeah. I knew they would pop in sooner or later. They always do. They always pop in to say hi, and I always get excited when they're here because I love them. So especially Steph. I know
Steph, shout out Steph for sure.
Oh man, Ben and Shane are the guys. They certainly are. But that woman, it's her fairy dust that makes everything happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
You guys don't just try, you fucking knock it out of the park every single time. You guys are doing absolutely amazing. But like I always extra shout out to Steph because I know how busy that woman is.
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
Yeah, I'm super excited. I was really honored to be able to work with them and do all the interviews this year. So every one of you guys, bands wise, it's been an honor, and I've been wanting to work with a lot of you guys for a while. So getting to be able to interview you, doing it this way, has been a lot of fun. So
yeah, definitely. Well, we'll give you some kudos too, because I mean, like hell, you're putting in the work as well for all the bands, and it goes a long way, and we all really appreciate that. And like I said, anytime I've heard your name come up, whether it's at a show or whatever, it's always been a positive thing. So
Oh, that's wonderful. I appreciate hearing that. I can tell you that Amanda's an asshole, but no, I really do appreciate that because I certainly know what kind of work all the musicians put in. And I've been able to create a model where I get the opportunity to work for all of you guys for free. And still be able to make money through the books and the websites and stuff like that. And it's a nice fun circle. Are you correcting your own grammar, Ryfield?
I think he is.
And also, thank you. I appreciate that you guys notice that because you guys work as hard as I do. So, but yeah, that my train of thought's gone. Sorry,
good.
Steph
It's all
corrected
good.
herself, and that's it. So, I'm pretty sure that I was saying that I'm very fortunate that I get to do what I do, and the model that I base myself off. It works out well for myself and the bands because I know how time consuming and money consuming it is for you guys to be able to do what you need to do, as well as have all that extra. And I'm going to air quote the word exposure because I hate that word.
Yeah.
And it's like it's not exposure if it's setting you back. It's only exposure if it's pushing you forward, right? Playing a show for free for exposure it sets you back a little bit, gas money, time, effort, energy. And I understand you got to get your name out there and do those things. But that's what people like me are there for, right?
Yeah.
To be able to give you that and it not cost you guys any money and to be able to help push you forward. And same with Ryfield Studios. They do the same thing that I do. And they work very hard for, the things that they do. They go above and beyond.
Yeah, absolutely.
So and you guys put a lot of time and energy and actual blood and sweat and tears. Like I've seen some of you guys like smash a drumstick and have to keep playing, and that means that your wrists are getting hit when you're hitting the drums, or you snap a string on your fingers and you cut one of your fingers open and you just keep fucking playing. That's dedication, and you guys deserve to have that recognized without having to pay for the recognition. So we appreciate you a lot.
Appreciate you. That's awesome.
So no, thank you. And that goes both ways. That goes all ways, right? We all need each other to be able to do the things that we're doing. But we all need to recognize how hard we all do work for these things.
Yeah.
So, I come in and do whatever I need to for free for you guys. And when you end up in my books and you push the books towards your fans and friends and people who listen to your music and stuff like that, that gives me the opportunity to monetarily continue to do the things that we do for you, and it doesn't come out of your pocket. So,
Yeah.
and then your friends have books with your biographies in them. So that's a win-win too.
Yep, for sure.
So on that note, we can find you guys on what social media can we find you guys on?
All of them. So
Instagram, Facebook.
Yeah. And if you want to visit IamAloser.com, you can find all our links on there and new releases and show tickets and what have you else. Yeah. Instagram, I think it's loser.exe is our handle. And yeah.
Okay. Sweet. Awesome.
And we're trying to get
we can find.
Oh, go ahead, sir.
I was just going to say, and we can find all your merch at your shows, which you have one coming up in June and you have Ryfield happening soon. So that's good.
Yeah. And we'll have the online store up in a few weeks, hopefully here. So if anyone wants to buy them online, they're more than welcome to.
Yeah. We got t-shirts to choose from.
Yeah.
Not just
awesome.
one. Got some choice.
Yeah.
Awesome. Right on. Well, I is there anything else that we didn't cover that we should cover?
I don't think so. I mean, we're just shouting out all the homies and all the good people that are contributing to the scene, and it's awesome to see that stuff. We talked about we got a new EP coming out May 30th called Force Fed, so just look out for that.
Awesome.
Yeah, more shows, more music videos, and yeah, it'd be great.
Wicked. That's fantastic. It's been an honor to have you guys on. It's been awesome. I'm so excited that we got to do this. And we got to do it sooner than I would have been able to if I had just booked you in through Sofa City. So shout out to Ryfield for pulling all this together so I could do this sooner than later, because we're booking into late August, early September now for interviews. So
Wow.
yeah. So this is awesome. I'm so glad that I got to catch you guys as early as I did. Thank you. I'm very grateful.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. We were excited to meet you. So we'll see you at the next show, and yeah, keep it going. It's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. My tent will be the one that smells like pot. So it is probably going to come in the form of a red Honda Fit, because I don't know if I'm going to want to put my tent up this year just to sleep in my car again. So
yeah, I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do that night. I obviously want to hang out and enjoy all the festivities, but I haven't decided what tent or
Yeah, I got an early day the day after that, so
Well, I can say that the next morning was equally as entertaining as the night before.
I bet.
Nobody was really moving around too fast or anything like that. But the places that you saw people emerge from was the real entertainment. So,
Yeah.
or I just got called out for losing my
Lose your
bank
bank
card.
card.
I didn't lose it. It was under my tent the whole goddamn time.
No, how did it get there?
Okay, so I didn't have any pockets, so I put my bank card somewhere I thought it would be safe. Well, while I was putting my tent together, my bank card fell out of the safe spot underneath my tent, and then I pegged my tent down and didn't know my card was under there. So in a panic, I maneuvered my car around a whole bunch of people's cars, and my car is a piece of shit. I care more about everybody else's car than I do mine. But I had to maneuver my car out as quickly as possible because I thought I lost my card in a grocery store in Brantford, where I'm not from.
Yeah.
So I cancel my card. I pull out a little bit of money for the weekend. Everything's good. I'm still really pissed off because I've had the same card number for like 10 years, but whatever, I'll get over it. And the next morning, I'm tearing down my tent, getting ready to leave the tent that I didn't fucking sleep in. And there's my bank card, face up, looking at me. If it could have been smiling, it would have been. So
That's the worst.
and
Though. I'm glad you
and
found
to
it.
boot, I was probably one of the only sober people there.
So the only sober person was the one that lost her debit card.
yeah, like
Really?
I'm sure there's other sober people that were there, but like I haven't had a drink in 16 years, and you wouldn't fucking know it some days. That was one
Well,
of
that's great.
those days.
Yeah, congrats on that. Then that's cool.
Thank you. Thank
That's
you.
a big feat.
I greatly appreciate that. I'm definitely a work in progress. That's for sure.
Yeah, no, that's good though.
But you know what? If I didn't stay sober, I wouldn't get to do the things that I get to do with all these bands, and I wouldn't be able to be behind the bar and bartend for shows and stuff like that if I still was an active drinker. I'd probably still be in mosh pits, but it is what it is.
Yeah, for sure.
So, but yeah, well, this has been an absolute blast. It's been such a wonderful interview. Everything went so smoothly and flowed so well. I have to admit, there's not many bands I get nervous about interviewing. But you guys are one of those bands that I did have a little bit of nerves before we started. Well, you guys are very good. You're moving quickly. More and more people know who you are every single day, and I feel like I'm lucky by getting in on the ground floor and watching you guys grow as quickly as you're going to, because you're not going to you're not going to stay where you're at long. You guys are going to grow and move forward quickly if you keep doing what you're doing and playing the way you are and tightening up. And so, like, I mean, you guys are fucking perfect. You can't get much tighter, and you're a newer band, so you're only going up.
You're amazing. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's been nice to hear that. I mean, we are just a bunch of losers, but
it's true. I talk with my face, so I have a really hard time lying. So I do. Cool. I talk with my face, and all of that is genuine. You guys are really good. When I go discover bands, I don't, like, people will send me music and stuff like that, and I do listen to it sometimes. But if somebody sends me a band and I know that band is going to be playing a week or two down the road, I won't listen to your music. I'll just wait to go see you play, because if I like you live, I'm definitely going to like you recorded.
Yeah.
And that's what I did with you guys. So that's awesome. And you guys put on a great show. I rooted for you the whole time. And Rippert are buddies of mine, and I was there for you guys. Don't tell Ryder.
Those guys are cool.
Yeah, no, they're great guys. Will and Ryder are friends of mine. I do know. Actually, I should say Scott's a good friend, or a friend of mine as well. Jake, I don't know too well, but the other three I do know well, and they are fucking dynamite human beings. And I mean, who doesn't love a little bit of thrash in their lives, right?
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
So, all right. Well, on that note, it has been absolutely wonderful interviewing you guys. I'm super excited to be able to see you guys play live again. I'm going to lose my camera if I'm not careful. What do we have happening this Sunday? I can't tell you who is on the show. Can't tell you who's on the show Tuesday either. You're just going to have to tune in and find out. Thursday. Don't know who's on Thursday either.
Perfect.
I promised everybody I was going to get more professional this year, and I have no idea what's going on right now. So, Ryfield says they can't wait to have you guys out for the festival, and I can't wait to see you guys.
Can't wait to be back there again. That place is awesome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. So, well, I can say this. I don't know who's on my show on Thursday. Sunday, I do know who's on, but I can't tell anybody else. Tuesday, I know who's going to be on the show, and I can't tell anybody else, but I will be live with them. It'll be the first live interview I have done for Ryfield Studios for the Festival at the Whiskey Pit this year. And then we'll be doing it live again when I go out to see Shane and stuff and Ben. So on that note, if anybody who knows this is on Thursday, please let me know. May 25th, Mayhem Metal Market. There's so much going on this week. I'm forgetting it as it's coming out of my mouth. May 25th, Mayhem Metal Market. We've got Berdizo, Crimson Asphalt, Stuck in Neutral, Cryophilic, and we have Temple of Night headlining that show. So that's going to be a fucking wild party. We have 13 vendors. Some of them have been released. We still have to release a few more. This week is Crunch Week. Everybody will be announced and will be released. If you're over 15, it's $25 at the door. If you're 15 or under, it's only $15 at the door. So please come out, come spend some time with us, come buy some cool, creepy shit. What else is happening? June 6th, Dayglow Abortions. Convict is opening the show. We will see you at Camp Cataract. I have 1 ticket left. Out of 90 tickets, there is 1 left. Convict might have 1 or 2. Sue-Ann might have 1 or 2. Camp might have 1 or 2. But you're gonna have to call one of us to find out. And June 8th, Dana's birthday bash. We'll talk about more shows in the future. It's been a blast. I'm gonna hit end stream and get rid of everybody else and keep you guys for a bit. And I'll see you on Thursday. Have a good night, guys.
Peace, everyone.